Spain, the land of sunshine, history, tapas, football and surprisingly progressive immigration policies. While much of the world is tightening its borders, Spain is doing the opposite, welcoming immigrants with open arms. But is this the right approach? And could other countries be making a huge economic mistake by shutting people out? Let's dive in. And as always, I want to hear from you in the comments. So what exactly is Spain doing? The government plans to grant residency and work permits to around 300,000 undocumented migrants every year for the next 3 years. That's nearly 1 million new workers entering the economy. Why? According to ongoing statistics on birth rates and employment, it's because Spain has labour shortages and an ageing population. More workers mean more economic activity, more taxes being paid and fewer job vacancies. It's not just about helping immigrants, it's about making the country stronger. The government is particularly targeting industries that are struggling to find workers. In sectors like agriculture, hospitality and healthcare, businesses have been desperate for employees. Employers are welcoming the policy because it helps fill gaps that Spanish-born workers aren't filling. And it's not just about manual labour. Spain is also trying to attract skilled workers to bolster its tech and service industries. Meanwhile, many other countries, especially in Europe, the US and beyond, are going in the opposite direction. Stricter border controls, more deportations and policies designed to discourage immigration. The argument? They claim immigrants take jobs, drain social services and change cultural identities. But is that really true? And what effect do you see it having on you? Take the UK for example. Since Brexit, labour shortages have been a major issue, especially in agriculture and hospitality. The US has also seen a drop in available workers due to immigration restrictions. And in France and Germany, anti-immigration policies have led to political and social tensions. But let's ask the big question. Are these countries hurting their own economies by turning people away? Let's look at the numbers that we have so far. Spain's economy grew by 3.2% last year in terms of GDP, the highest among major economies. Unemployment is the lowest it's been since 2008, and while it's still around a relatively high 10%, some of that is down to the way the figures are calculated and seasonal employment. Immigration has filled over 400,000 job vacancies, and more workers means a stronger social security system. Compare that to countries that have restricted immigration, where industries from farming to healthcare are facing worker shortages and generally economic growth is struggling. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. Experts say that Spain's progressive policies are boosting its economy, not draining it. More people working means more tax revenue, more consumption and overall a healthier economy. But not everyone is convinced. Critics argue that these policies could strain public services, and in the short term at least there's certainly been a lot of public spending, which means higher public debt. Will the success of the progressive policies pay off in the long term? What do you think? Let's fast forward 10, 20, 30 years. Many Western countries are ageing. Fewer young people, more retirees. Who's going to do the jobs? Who's going to pay into the pension system? If you're blocking immigration now, are you setting yourself up for economic decline? And is Spain's open door policy actually a glimpse into a more sustainable future? Opinions differ, and the fear of their nation losing its identity is a constant worry to some people, especially when minds are being nudged all the time by politicians and the press to fuel hatred. Immigration has always been a controversial topic. Some people worry about integration, cultural shifts and social cohesion, but others argue that without immigration, economies will shrink and living standards will drop. And you can't get away from the fact that we're all descended from immigrants at one time or another. So, Where's the balance to be found? Spain isn't just accepting immigrants, it's actively helping them integrate. Language programs, employment initiatives, and even housing assistance in some regions. And it's not just about work. Many migrants are starting businesses, contributing to local culture, and revitalising towns that were losing population. There are entire villages in Spain that were on the verge of disappearing, but thanks to immigrant families, schools have reopened, businesses are thriving, and communities are coming back to life. Is this something other countries should consider, instead of fearing immigration? So, what do you think? That's what this channel is for, to share ideas and encourage you on both sides of the argument to engage, without being nasty or personal, please. So, is Spain making a smart move by welcoming immigrants? Or are other countries right to be extra cautious? Will economies that welcome migrants thrive while others shrink? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation going. And if you're thinking about moving to Spain, hit subscribe because I've got plenty of tips on making that dream a reality. There are more than 500 videos here already and many more to come. Peace and love. See you in the next video.